Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a video on note-taking. This was a request that we had, so it's going to be a short video, but I'm just going to give you some tips and some things that I do when I take notes. So there are 3 ways that I take notes. First one is in a notebook. I use composition notebooks and regular notebooks. I usually would use composition for like my main classes that are 2 semesters, like chemistry or biology or physics. So then I can put both semesters into like one notebook, but unfortunately there are so many notes for this semester of chemistry. I've already gone through a whole notebook. But anyway, as I have stated before in my other organization video, I use tabs like this to separate all the chapters, and then I color code them by chapter. Like this is by test. This is the first test, second test, third test. Another thing I like to do is tape the syllabus onto the notebook, like right here, and I highlight all the important dates like quizzes, tests, assignments due, and everything like that. Like my favorite part of note-taking is using highlighters. Without highlighters, I would just be lost because it organizes my notes, it helps me find the important topics, and I don't know, I can't function if like everything's not organized. So yeah, highlighters are like a great way to organize your notes. So yeah, that's the first way, a notebook. Second way is binders. Some of my classes she does PowerPoints, so I print off the PowerPoints before class and then just put them in the notebook and then print them like this. And it has like the slide and then area to write notes on. So that's another idea. That way you don't have to write as much down because everything is on the PowerPoint. So it's your personal preference. And then the last way is a computer. I don't really use my computer in any of my classes. I don't know what this hair is doing. Okay. Because, I don't know, no one else does. So if other people did, I probably would. But, yeah, a lot of my classes have to draw diagrams or like pictures and stuff, so that wouldn't really work on a computer, but it's your personal preference. I mean, whatever you want. So if you have too many notes, like if your professor or your teacher is talking way too fast and you can't write everything down, write down the main ideas so then you can go back to your book and look those up and review them. Another key thing is to read the chapter before you learn it in class. That way you kind of already have an idea of what the professor is going to be talking about, and that way you don't have to write everything down because you'll know some stuff from reading it. Another thing is if you're in class and taking notes, to follow along in the book. A lot of people do that in my chemistry class. That way they know what she's talking about and they can highlight things in the book to go over. I always date my notes. That way, like, if somebody needs to borrow my notes or something, or sometimes my professor refers to our lectures by numbers, so, like, lecture 27, like, the quiz is over, like, 27 and 28 or something. So it's always good to, like, date your notes just in case. Another idea is to, like, record your lecture, like, with a voice recorder. That way you can always go back and, like, you won't miss anything that the professor says. Also, I use like symbols when I'm writing notes. Like I use okay, I don't know if you can see this. I'll use like bullets, and then I'll use like dashes if it's like below, and like I don't know. It's kind of like my own little system, so you can come up with your own system to organize your notes. Another thing that I like to do, unfortunately, I don't have the notebook with me because it was from last year, is copying important diagrams or charts from the book and pasting them into the notebook. So I used to do that a lot, like with learning having to like memorize systems of the body and everything. So I just like copy them and paste them into my notebook and highlight important stuff. So when I was reviewing my notes, like you could look over that too. And I know last year I had to memorize all the veins and arteries in the body. So I like drew a life-size, like somebody like drew like if you're like playing with chalk, you know, when you were little and you like trace yourself. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so you know when you were like little and you traced yourself on the sidewalk, like that's pretty much what I did. And then I like drew all the arteries and veins and labeled them, and I like posted it on my wall in my room. And it was like took off half my room, but like I looked at it all the time, and like I did really well on the test because I saw it every single day on my wall. So that's a good idea. I know I've said this before about note cards. They're like my favorite thing. It's a good way to review for a test also because you're pretty much rewriting all your notes. So, and they're easy to go back to. So, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's different though. Like my dad told me that he never used note cards in college and they were just a waste of his time. So, it's like completely up to you. And so yeah, symbols. I don't know what that note means. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have any more requests or questions, just let me know. I'm actually gonna try to do a I'm gonna try to do a video on how to do PowerPoints. I've noticed a lot in college that people don't know how to do them, and by now you should know. So, hopefully we'll do that soon. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.